Hi guys, it's your favorite math teacher. So here I'm just gonna be basically touching on some few points concerning sequences and series. So what we're having here, they're saying given the series 5 plus 30 plus 21, determine the general term of the series. Now one thing that is needed to be done here is for me to be able to show you how do we solve this. So with regards to that, when they give us this series, it means that we are having 5 plus 30 plus 21. It's a series, it continues, right? Then they want us to determine the general term of the series. Now, the first thing that you must write here, you must know that you're having the value of A. So A represents our first term, which is T1. That will be equals to 5, right? And then we must look at finding the common difference, which is D. Now, D, we're going to get it by saying T2 minus T1. Then D is equals to, don't forget, you always say that is your term number 1, term number 2. So let's say third term, which is term number 3. Now we substitute. So with regards to T2, so our T2 is 13. So we're going to write 13 minus T1, which is 5. Then therefore, the value of D that represents the common difference, we're going to get D being equals to 8. So it means that D is equals to 8. Now, since this is this is an arithmetic series, it means that we're going to use the general term of an arithmetic series that is given as Tn. It's equals to A plus n minus 1 D. Then you're going to say Tn is equals to, now A represents 5. You're going to write 5 plus into n minus 1, and then the value of D is given as 8. So on the next step, I like to tell my students to say, you take this 8, you just write it here in front, right? Let's do that. It means that we're going to have what? We're going to have Tn. It's equals to 5 plus, then that will be 8 into n minus 1. So that when it's like this, now we can be able to use the FOIL method. So we're going to say Tn is equals to 5. Then we're going to say positive 8 times n. That will be positive 8n. Then positive times negative, it's negative. And 8 times 1 is 8. Then your Tn is going to be equals to 8n. And then 5 minus 8, that will be negative 3. It means to say this is general term or your end term. So that's how basically you need to be able to solve this, right? Then let's move to our second question. So they're saying the fourth term of an arithmetic sequence is -4. Now, for you not to make mistakes when you arrive to such questions, you must write the data. When they're saying the fourth term of an arithmetic sequence, it's -4, it means that T4, that represents the fourth term, is equals to -4, right? And the ninth term is 11. So they are also telling you that the ninth term, which is T9, it's equals to 11. Then they're saying determine the 12th term of the sequence. Now, what you're going to do, let me show you. There is a concept that we are using, right? Which is Tn is equals to A plus n minus 1D. So there is the concept that we are using with regards to this. Now we're going to be looking at here, they're saying T4. Remember T4, it means that in a place of n, we're going to put 4. So you're going to say T4, it's equals to, that will be A plus, and then in a place of n, you put 4, that will be 4 minus 1 multiplied by the common difference D. Then you're going to say T4, it's equals to, that will be A plus, then 4 minus 1, that will be 3D. It means to say our T4 is always going to be associated with what? With A plus 3D, right? And then remember here, they actually gave you to say T4 is equals to -4. So in a place of T4, you're going to put that -4, just like that. And then you continue to say it's equals to A plus 3D. Now, when it's like this, you can say -4, and then take -3D that side, it will be, you take positive 3D that side, it will be -3D. So to say, it's is equals to A. And then now you are having your A being equals to -4 minus 3D. So you can just say that is going to be your equation number 1, right? And then you're going to use the very same concept. We know that they also tell us to say T9 is equals to 11. Now, if T4 is equals to A plus 3D, it means to say T9 is going to be A plus 8D, all right? To those who don't know, let me also show you for the sake of just showing if you didn't know. So it means to say, we're going to say T what? Tn is equals to A plus N minus 1D. Now we are looking at getting T9. So T9 is going to be A plus, it means that in a place of N, we're going to put 9. So it will be 9 minus 1 into D. And then therefore, the value of T9 is given as A plus 8D, because 9 minus 1 is 8, and then 8 times D is 8D. But not forgetting, you now know that here they actually told you to say our term number 9 is given as 11. So in a place of term number 9, you're going to put 11. So that will be 11. It's equals to A plus 8D. Now that one, you can consider it to say that is going to be your equation number 2. Equation number 2. Then when you arrive here, what you're going to do, you're just going to say substitute equation number 1 into equation number 2. So we're trying to substitute it into equation number 2, right? So it means to say we're going to start by writing equation number 2 as it is. That will be 11 plus, that will be 11. It's equals to A plus 8D. Now we are substituting our equation 1 into equation 2. So that will be 11 is equals to, now our A, as you can see, what did we get? We had the -4, then minus 3D from equation number 1. And then you're going to say what? You're going to say plus 8D. And then when you're having something like this, you're going to now pair the like terms, right? So that will be 11. Then we take -4. We transpose it on the other side. When you take -4, transposing it on the other side, you got that -4 to change to +4. It's equals to -3D plus 8D. Now you are adding 11 plus 4. That should be 15. It's equals to, we add 3, -3 is 8, 5. So that will be 5. Now let's solve. So we are now having 15. It's equals to 5D. Now when you want to solve for D, you divide both sides by 5, because math says what I do on my left hand side, I also do it on the right hand side. And 5 cancels 5. Therefore, the value of D is going to be equals to 3. Simply because 15 divided by 5 is equals to what? It's equals to 3. Now we are having the common difference, right? So it means to say, since we're having the common difference, we can now determine the value of A from equation number 1. So we're just going to say from equation number 1, what are we basically having from equation number 1? Let's see. So from equation number 1, our A is equals to -4 minus 3D. So our A is equals to -4 minus 3D. Let me double check. A is equals to -4 minus 3D. Yes. And then from here, since we are solving for A, we're going to say, remember here, you're going to say from equation number 1, substitute D is equals to 3. It means to say where there is D, we're going to substitute by 3. So that will be -4 minus 3 into, now the value of D, we're going to put 3, just like that. Then our A is equals to -4, then minus, therefore, the value of A is equals to -4, 9, minus, it means that we are getting what? -30. Getting -30. Getting -30. So we now have D being equals to 3. We now have D being equal. We are now having d equals to 3. We are now having a is equals to negative 30. Now, when you look at the question, this question actually required us to do what? They're saying determine the 12th term. Now, if they want us to determine the 12th term, it means to say we know that T12 is equals to A plus 11D in order for us to get the 12th term, because they told us to say that is an arithmetic sequence, right? So you're just going to say T12 is equals to, now we substitute the value of A. So the value of A, that is negative 13, right? Minus 13 plus 11 into the value of D. When you substitute the value of D, we're having what? D being equals to 3, just like that. And then it means that as you are now continuing, it will be T what? T12 is equals to negative 13 plus 11 times 3, that will give you 33. Therefore, T12, that represents the 12th term, give you 20. That should give you 20. Then you're going to say, therefore, the 12th term of the arithmetic sequence, the 12th term of an arithmetic sequence is, you can write it as T12 is equals to 20, just like that. So that's how you deal with that second question, guys. Then, when you look at the last one, the questions that we're actually having, arithmetic sequence 2, 5, 8, and then they say calculate it 50th. Now, in order for you to calculate the 50th term, this is what you're going to do. So it means to say you want to write that sequence that you are given, which is 2, 5, 8, and 11. It means that we are having our A that represents our first term, T1, that it equals to 2, right? And then we're going to find our common difference. Remember, I said before you find the common difference, which is D, you must basically write T1, T2, T3, as well as T4. Now, this is what we're going to do. So we're just going to say D, that represents the common difference. D is equals to T2 minus T1. And then your D is equals to, your T2 is going to be 5 minus T1, which is 2. Therefore, the value of the common difference, D, we're getting what? We're getting 3, right? And then since that thing, determine the 50th term of this sequence, it means to say n is equals to 50, right? Because don't forget to say n represents the number of terms. Now it means that since n represents the number of, what basically are you going to be doing? It means to say you're going to use the nth term formula of an arithmetic sequence, because they told you to say this is an arithmetic sequence that is given as Tn is equals to a plus into n minus 1 d. And then it will be T50, because you want to determine the value of the 50th term of this arithmetic sequence. It's equals to, now you substitute, the value of A is given as 2 plus into, now since n represents the number of terms and n is equals to 50, in the place of n, I'm going to put 50 minus 1, multiplied by the common difference, which is what? Which is 3. So that will be T50, it's equals to 2 plus, and then that will be 50 minus 1, it's going to be 49, multiplied by 3. So for me to write it properly, I can write T50 is equals to 2 plus write 3 into 49, just like that. And then you're going to say T50 is equals to 2 plus 47, 147. And then therefore, T50, it's equals to 2 plus 147. So let's see what do we get. Let's see what do we get. plus 7, 148, 149. That should give you 149. 149, right? So you can just say, therefore, the 50th term of the sequence is 149, just like that. Deal with this question. It's very important that you make sure that you know what you are actually doing in order for you to make your work to be much neat, in order for you to make your work to be much easy, in order for you to make sure that you put in the work by practicing, in order for you to make sure that you're having a tutor who will basically help you how to understand how do you solve some of these mathematical questions. It's the one and only maths favorite teacher once again. Stay tuned for more.